film. He's back with another one. It's called The Rover, starring Guy Pearce and co-starring a British actor by the name of Robert Pattinson.
And how was your heart when you were interviewing Robert Pattinson? Was it throbbing?
It was having a good old throb in the room.
Just maximum
because
throbbage.
Matt O'Kine unfortunately couldn't make the interview. We went and sat down with David Micho and Robert Pattinson. But really interesting. The movie's pretty bleak. And we're going to bring you that interview right now.
It's over for you.
I know that.
Let's go! Come on, come on, come on! Turn the car around!
We're not turning around. He's gone.
What do you mean he's gone? He's my brother!
All right, chatting to the director and one of the stars of The Rover, David Micho, Robert Pattinson. Thanks so much for having a chat to us on Triple J.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
First and foremost, how did this come about? Because, Rob, you're a Brit playing an American in an Australian film. What happened?
I always find it weird playing English people, to be honest. So, like, playing Americans is sort of default for me, anyway. Literally, as soon as you're doing it in an English accent, you just feel like I'm not doing anything.
How did you book up with Rob here?
I didn't really know anything about him. I hadn't seen the Twilight films. But a couple of my friends said you should go and meet him. He's really interesting. So
Did you watch the documentary Robsessed? And that's
there is one.
Yes, I've only seen snippets of it. Rob, can you tell us what it? Have you seen any of it?
It's just a bunch of people who don't know me making stuff up.
Somebody call out to your brother. He's calling out.
But so I went and had a meeting, and I just liked him. I didn't even know that he was English, and I had a meeting, and it was just nice. He had a great energy. He was obviously smart. He had really interesting and eclectic taste in cinema, and it was quite clear what he was doing. He had his feelers out for interesting filmmakers, and at that stage I didn't even know that I was going to be making The Rover next. It was just a random meeting, and when it came time when I knew that I wanted to make The Rover and it came time to cast, I just knew that I wanted to see him. I just wanted to see. I didn't know what he could do. I just wanted to see. And then Rob came in. I know you hate auditioning, but I reckon within the first 5 minutes I kind of knew that I'd found it was exhilarating. But then I made him go for another 4 hours.
What do you hate about auditioning, Rob?
I'm just really bad at it. Just there's some tremendous anxiety and I don't know, but
it's having to impress people, right? It's that feeling of like, please like me.
It's a different type of performance because you're playing about 5 different parts at the same time. Like you're playing the part of just yourself walking in the door and being kind of vaguely normal human being, and then also want to be considered as an artist, and blah 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 blah. And then the part on top of that, you think there's like 5 different prisms that someone's looking at you through. And it's like, yeah, it's just really intense.
With no one else to blame.
What did you think of the Australian Outback, Robert?
I loved it. I really, really loved it. There's a strange kind of serenity about it. Mainly because there's just no one out there at all. And also there's the kind of intensity of the environment. Like it's unbearable. Like the heat and the flies and kind of. But I don't know, there's something, once you've kind of created a sort of zen in yourself, when you just accept that as soon as you wake up in the morning you're going to have 40 flies up your nostrils. Like, you kind of, it's got like a therapeutic aspect to it.
You come to like it, even.
Yeah, I kind of did like it.
A bit of a nostril massage from the Australian flies. Well, the Outback and sense of desolation is heightened by the score of The Rover as well. Once again, your collaborator in Animal Kingdom teaming up with you, David. What sort of instruments are in this? Because there's like clangs, there's weird screeching sounds. Why do you put this together?
I tend to go down sort of weird musical rabbit holes kind of quite regularly, you know, as you can in this day and age of iTunes and all that kind of stuff. You just get lost, realise that I've been going from one thing to another for like 7 hours, you know, and you just find strange things. What I really liked about all these pieces of music, it seemed to fit the world of this movie, was that, you know, they're all very traditional instruments, but that are being played in a way that is, you know, in very unusual ways, and often in ways that make the music feel like it's falling apart, you know, which seemed to suit the world of the movie.
Oh, amazing. Well, Rob Pattinson, David Micho, thanks so much for having a chat to us. Just finally, Rob, have you got any advice for David after Animal Kingdom The Rover now for dealing with the devotees who are going to pop up as a result of this film?
Just like really embrace it. Get it while you can.
Brilliant. Well, gentlemen, thanks a lot for chatting to Triple J. We'll catch you later.
What's your name?